A powwow is like a celebration.
The powwow makes me feel like I belong.
Powwow is like a celebration for our Native American people or First Nations people in Canada and the United States. You know, it's a gathering for us to meet up, dance, and socialize.
Part of the youth community powwow means a lot to me. I love going and actually getting to see the dancers and listening to the music.
Well, it means like socializing and like being like with your cousins and having fun.
Hi everyone, my name is Pax Nerdska. I'm a graduate of Wanska. I'm so glad you are with us here today.
My name is Mary Norton. I go to school at Carleton. We're going to take you on a magical journey to the heart of the youth community powwow.
Are you guys ready? Let's go. A powwow is a community event that started many years ago as a celebration of culture and tradition that brings the whole community together.
Here is how we start off a powwow. Wise people from the community, called elders and knowledge keepers, will work with the community to raise a teepee.
Friends and relatives, my name is Bill Wadidika. Shake your hands in a humble way here today. You're about to witness something so great, so wonderful. We've been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years. We're going to be putting up a teepee here this afternoon, and we picked a wonderful day to do it. The sun is shining, and it's a really good day here. This is one of the ropes that we're going to be using here. There's another rope, some more ropes right here, some more pegs. As you can see, we have 4 poles already lined up together here. We have our teepee right here. We didn't unravel it yet. We were going to go step-by-step process here. So this is a teepee here. It's a home. Our relatives have been, the ones that went before us. This is what they lived on here. We've been known to, our families pick up and leave and then go camp in other places. We usually use 15 poles. Okay, so each pole, they have a meaning. Teepee teachings is what they're called, I guess. So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be setting up with the 3 is going to be the tripod, and then the 4th one right here, that's right beside it right here, is going to be the one that's going to be holding on to the home. Okay, and this is what we're going to use to tie down the teepee with. We have a few helpers that are going to be helping us this afternoon, and I want to say thank you very much to all the help. We'll start off by measuring off this teepee, and then we'll go step by step after that. Everybody has their own way of putting up teepees, and there's different style of teepees according to where you live in this world, Turtle Island. We have different tribes have different styles of their own teepee, and right here, this one right here is a plain style teepee. What we usually try to do is line up all the butt ends of the teepee poles, the 4 poles that we're using first. We usually tie it on one of the first poles, and you make sure and try to tie it as good as you can do it. Now that you see the first pole is tied, we're gonna go with some more rope right here. So the recommended amount of rope we try to use would be around a minimum of 50 feet, but this one looks really good. You can see where the teepee pole is tied to the teepee. Now, I try to use at least 1 good arm length, maybe 1.5, okay? Just so we don't, just so it doesn't come apart. At least 2 loops around each pole. You see the pole right here? I try to go 1 hand above it, okay? And other people do it different, and that's the way that they were shown. Usually, according to the tribes, we face any direction except north. So with this one right here, we're gonna face south. So it's really beautiful piece of land we're using right now. So with that, we're gonna move this teepee over, and I'll ask my helper here, come and give me a hand really quick. All right, so what we're doing was we're trying to find the center, and one of these is gonna be used for the doorway. Like I said before, every tribe has their own unique ways of how the teepee is put up. So some of our relatives, when a teepee goes up like this, you see the way that we're putting it up, they're all turned this way, okay? And you'll notice as we put up the teepee, they're all gonna be under one another, okay? So this is gonna be the door right here, one of the door pulls. And it looks really good spot. So usually the way we do it is it's usually measured out, pre-measured. Okay, so what my helper is gonna be doing after every pole, he's gonna be running around and he's gonna be looping the teepee, the rope over the pole. So you'll see a bunch of poles, a bunch of marks like this. This is the way it's gonna be looking. That being said, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. So we walk them up like this. They go under, and here's the doorway right here. So the first one is gonna be put up right there. The second one is gonna put up on this side right here, okay? What we're trying to do is save each, if we can, the smaller poles for the flaps. Oh yeah, you can see it coming together already. So once we put up these last two poles, we're gonna show you guys a little bit about how to put up the last pole and where it's gonna fit, okay? Really wonderful spot. I can see it from here, it looks wonderful. Okay, so usually once this teepee pole is up, we start unraveling it, but we gotta find a good spot to put it, right? And from here, it looks like a really good spot. Now all we gotta do is put it in place. On this side we have 2 holes, and on this side we have 2 holes. And this is how they're put together. So usually they go inside here, you see that? We're just gonna move it this way, and then we're trying to find a hole right here, and then this one right here. So that's how it's usually put together. So what we used to do a long time ago, we had, when we were putting up these poles together, when we put the pins way up high, we had one more pole like this. And this is where our family came in handy. So what they did was, instead of climbing on a stump, they used one of these poles like this, and the family would hold the person together, hold them up, right? Her or him. Like what we said before, like, you know, women do this, men do this, you know, a lot of people, different tribes, they have their own different ways. And these are one of the teachings that was shown to us. So, but like I said before, we have a little bit of technology. I brought a ladder. Okay, so you have to be really good at, can't be afraid of heights. All right, now that's how that part's done. And the same way with the bottom pieces here. Now this is important. This is really important to all our people, all our friends, relatives, the ones that are putting up the teepees. It's really, really important. We don't want to do this twice, and we might have to if we bugger this up. So now what we need to do is, you see the loops right here? We're gonna go in half turn, okay? Give it a good pull, put it in at an angle. See that? I can't tell you how important this part is, because if they're not in and they're not stretched, you don't want it looking saggy, okay? Now that I have the front one is done, we're gonna go with the back now, okay? So usually, like what I said before, when they were putting them up, it's really important to have that balance. So we're gonna start off with the back one right here, and then we're gonna go every second or third one for now until it's nice and snug, okay? After most of it is done, you'll hear the noise that the teepee makes when it's nice and snug. It means that you've done it right. So we're starting to make that noise already, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing what we're doing. Hooray! Okay, so that's how they go around, and it looks like it's nice and snug from the bottom. It's not too bad on top, you know. Looks like we did really good. Beautiful artwork on this teepee. So now we're gonna try and even these out best way we can, right? All right. The other one, the only one we can't touch is this one right here, okay? If we pull this one out, the whole teepee will drop. This is the main one that holds the teepee, holds it up, right? So we can't touch this one. Right where it is right here, if you can see, it's really nice and snug. It's close to the end, and that's really good. Hear that? Nice and snug. That's where you want to be with these teepees, nice and snug. So that's pretty much how it goes down with these teepees. Now we're gonna have extra rope. Now if you really wanted, if we're having multiple family campers camping over, this comes in handy actually. So now our family would have room to put their jackets or clothes, towels. See the way it looks? Imagine that all the way around. Looks really good. But as you can see, you know, we did a not too bad job, and we did it in, well, the sun is still up, so we did it in kind of a good time. All right. Okay. And that's pretty much it.
After the teepee is raised, elders hold a pipe ceremony before the powwow to ask for prayers for a good day and ask that everyone here today will enjoy themselves, learn something new, and get home safely.
It's really important what we say to teach our young people about this wonderful way of life here. And we got to really kind of be careful here. I don't want to expose too much about these ceremonies in front of you guys here, but I'll tell you a little bit about what happens during a powwow. A lot of people, when they attend a powwow, they just see the dancing and the singing, and that's pretty much it. A lot of other things go on behind the scenes. I'm here to share you a little bit more about what we do here. So now we're gonna say the day of the powwow. For example, it starts off in prayer. Our Heavenly Creator, we ask Him for a good day, for everything to go good. And we ask our ceremonial wisdom keepers, our pipe holders, our ceremonial matriarchs, our elders, our spiritual advisors. We ask them in a humble way with tobacco, make offerings, blankets, sweetgrass, honorarium. And what we do is we ask them to speak to the Creator on our behalf and ask in a humble way, in a pitiful way, the best way we can here, for a little bit of help, for everything to go good, for the celebration of life. And we're very grateful for all that they've taught us. So after their prayer ceremony, their pipe ceremony, their smudging ceremony, we usually think about our relatives, the ones that are in the spirit world as well. We usually welcome them to our celebration. And we ask them to come and take part with us, come dance with us, come sing with us, come pray with us, come eat with us. We offer them what we have.
I'm so glad you could join us for the virtual Heart of the Youth Community Powwow. We realized last year when we didn't have it how important it was to bring it back. And I remember being part of the community powwows and being on the committee, and I saw the joy and the healing that the powwow did for those youth. And so when the community powwows were becoming non-existent, I felt that it was important to continue the tradition for our young people. As elder, that's one of the things that we are requested to do, is to mentor our young people to take over, because we're not going to be here forever to do it. And so just watching the youth become curious and inquisitive. Also, I grew up not knowing my culture, and so when I found it, I've found how it fueled my spirit and fed my spirit, and I became awake, and I'm still learning. I've got so much to learn, but I've learned so much, and so I'm hoping with this video that the youth get that hunger to learn more about their culture and share their culture with others. Thank you for joining us, and I hope next year we can get together at Kinseman Park again for the Heart of the City, for the Heart of the Youth Community Powwow 2022. But while we're here, enjoy this one. Hi, hi.
My name is Delphine Melchard, and I've been part of this organizing committee for the past 4 years from the beginning. But I just wanted to acknowledge the history of the youth powwow in Prince Albert, and it began many years ago with community schools, and the coordinators worked hard to organize cultural events in their schools, and it was a great opportunity for the students that were drummers and dancers, for them to have an opportunity to perform. And out of that, after community school designations were no longer there, the community got together and thought, this is an important event and we can't let it die. So an organizing committee was put together, led by Youth Outreach and Elder Liz Satie. And a bunch of community members came on that committee, and we've been organizing it ever since. So it's an important event, and we want to keep it going. So really glad you could join us today. Even though we are keeping this tradition going in a virtual way this year, we hope to see you in person in the years to come.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Heart of the Youth Community Powwow. Are y'all comfortable? Great.
What happens when someone comes to your house to visit?
Well, we usually greet them at the door and say hi, come in.
Hey, that's what happens at the powwow too. It's called the opening ceremony and the grand entry.
There's two types of drums. There's a powwow drum and a round dance drum. And they all have some sort of meaning to both of them. And we sing those songs at like all sorts of events. Like at a powwow, there's flags, and that come in the grand entry, and a victory song is to like celebrate. A flag song is really meant for like the flags, and yeah, and there's like all types of songs out there, like ceremony songs, round dance songs, powwow songs, and all kinds of songs that whole song makers compose around the world. And yeah, I've been singing for like since I was a little boy, and I was always around them with my uncles and all that, and just something that I really like to do and I enjoy. Having that bond around the drum with jokes and laughter and all that.
Good morning, everybody. Normally, if we were to start the powwow, I would be doing the prayer. However, I will be doing the prayer the morning of the powwow, just before it starts, on Prince Albert Outreach YouTube or CBYF Prince Albert YouTube. So I hope you're already tuned in. Have a great day and enjoy. Hi, hi.
Hi there, my name's Cheryl Ring. I am a professional artist here in Prince Albert. 2018, I was commissioned by PA Outreach to make this beautiful heart as an emblem to represent the heart of youth in Prince Albert. This was in conjunction with the Heart of Youth Powwow, the inaugural year 2018. Now, the youth at Wanska Cultural School and PA Outreach actually decorated and finished this heart, but it represents our youth in Prince Albert here. 2018 was a very sad time for us early in April. The Humboldt Broncos bus crash had just happened. Now, the idea behind the narratives on the heart was that each student would put something on the heart that was meaningful to them, something that represented how they view the world in a heartfelt way. Now, these students immediately clicked on to the tragedy of the Humboldt Broncos bus crash, and we put all of the names, the team names, and the staff who passed. Our youth are connected. Our youth are connected to issues that happen outside of their world, inside their world, and this is something that represents that connection. This definitely represents the heart and essence of our youth here at PA Outreach and Wanska Cultural School, but I truly believe that it represents the heart of the youth in Prince Albert and the wider world. I am very proud to have made this piece to be shown at the Heart of Youth Powwow, the community powwow every year, and proud to be here today. So thank you so much.
Okay, first of all, before we start, I'd like to introduce our singers, Wild Bear, all the way from the Sturgeon Lake First Nation. This is their school drum, their youth drum, and I'd like to thank Micah Daniels, the leader of the drum group. And with that, we'll get started with our dignitaries, our grand entry here. So whenever you're ready, Billy, just give us a sign. All right, here we go. we have our Eagle staffs leading in the grand entry. Thank you, Wild Bear. Let's give you a little bit of time and we'll get into the flag song. Right, Billy? That's what we're doing right now. So when they're ready, we'll have the flag song. At this time, we'll thank Young Bear for the Treaty 6 flag song here. A lot of meaning in that song. Long time ago in the late 70s, early 80s, when we had our flag song, everybody in the Powwow grounds would stand still in honor of our flags, our treaties, and also our relationship with the rest of Canada. At this time, we're going to ask Young Bear to do the victory song in honor of all the veterans that have gone on before us, but also gave their lives for defending our nation called Canada. Okay, thank you, Wild Bear. Now we're going to go into some introductions here. So just a little. And you are?
Paxton Red Sky.
And you have the Prince Albert Outreach Eagle staff. And where are you from?
Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
Okay, thank you. And we'll get you off the stage here. And we'll start on this side, I guess.
Richard Henke from Matakoop First Nation, representing Northern Lights Casino.
And he's got the Métis Nation flag, so we'll get you off to the side here, get Billy. And you are?
Tony Head, City Councillor here, Ward 3 from City of Prince Albert, but also a band member from Lac La Ronge Indian Band.
Lac La Ronge, okay, that's good. And you've got the Treaty 6 flag, thank you. And we'll go over here.
Good morning, Jonathan Mergen, Chief of Police for the Prince Albert Police Service. Prince Albert is my home here, Treaty 6 territory, and thank you for having us here.
And you've got the Saskatchewan flag. Okay, thank you. You'll go. Billy. Okay, here we go.
Greg Dion, the mayor of Prince Albert, the home of Paradise, of course. You can't say PA without Paradise. And I'm very pleased to be here with the celebration today.
Okay, thank you. And you've got the Canadian flag.
Good morning. Chris Olson, Fire Chief of Prince Albert, representing the City of Prince Albert and the Prince Albert Fire Department. Thank you again for having me here.
Okay, thank you. And you are?
My name is Wes Erlinson, and I'm the owner of the Safeway store and corporate sponsor of the Heart of the Youth Powwow.
Okay, we'd like to say thank you for all your contributions through the Heart of Youth Powwow, and you do have the Heart of the Youth Powwow flag right on. Very good, thank you. And you are?
My name is Jack Rennie, and I'm representing PA Outreach, and I'm a committee member with the Heart of the Youth Powwow Committee.
And you have the West Flat Powwow Committee flag, thank you. So y'all. And you are?
Tanse, my name is Jennifer Lenny, and I'm a part of the Heart of the Youth Powwow Committee, and I have the Progress flag to represent the Two-Spirit community.
Okay, thank you. And last but not least, we have a Powwow princess from?
Wapaitan, Dakota Nation.
And your name is?
Aisha Wadidika.
Okay, thank you. You can go back this way. Shake hands.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Youth of the Powwow. What an exciting time for us. I remember when we had our first meeting, we were going to do it every 2 years, and it was so successful the first year, we just continued on. And what's great about this powwow, it involves the youth so much. And when you talk about education and culture, that's where we have to start with our youth, and then we bring them up and we continue to teach them through their adult years. So I want everyone to sit back and enjoy. This is a great event, very colorful, and learn about our culture because it's all part of our community. And I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone the best and continue to be safe. Thank you.
Hi, so I want to welcome everybody to Heart of the Youth Powwow here today. My name's Tony Head, I'm City Councilor here in Prince Albert. It was a great honor to be a part of the grand entry, and I'm very welcome to be a part of and participate. My daughter is also dancing here today, so it's going to be a wonderful day here. You know, very honored to and proud that Prince Albert has declared May 28th as Community Powwow Day. So, you know, stay tuned and definitely enjoy the show. And you know, if you have any questions, I'm sure you know the people who are involved here would be happy to answer them. So, welcome to our Powwow Day and enjoy the show.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Bergen, Chief of Police for the Prince Albert Police Service, and I'm honored to be here at the Heart of the Youth Powwow and honored to partake in the grand entry and with the other dignitaries and carrying a flag, the flag of Saskatchewan. And it's just an incredible event. The Heart of the Youth Powwow is something that has grown every year and to be a bigger and significant event to the community. And it's just excellent to see the youth embrace the culture, the rich culture that Prince Albert offers, the amazing and incredible history that our community in the surrounding area shares and celebrates in this annual event. Thank you again, and on behalf of the Prince Albert Police Service, we wish everybody a safe and healthy powwow event, virtual event, and we look forward to coming together again, as we always have. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chris Olson. I am the Fire Chief of the Prince Albert Fire Department. I'd like to thank the organizers of the Heart of the Youth Powwow being held May 28th for the invitation. It was an honor to represent the City of Prince Albert in the flag ceremony. Thank you for the invite.
Okay, right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be honoring the Powwow Committee for all the hard work they've done in planning. It's been a long year during COVID, but we'd like to at least honor and recognize a lot of the members that are here today, and for all the acknowledge them for all the hard work that they've put in. So with that, we will go with Ron Plain Juniors. Okay, here we go. thank you, Round Plain Juniors. This is your 2021 Heart of the Youth Powwow Committee. And special guests. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a little bit of introduction, just your name and who you represent, I guess. And we'll go all the way around here. Okay.
Liz Satie, PA Outreach.
Michaela Worth, Prince Albert Police Service Victim Services Unit Missing Persons Liaison.
Erin Peranto, Prince Albert Police Service Victim Services Unit Indigenous Resource Officer.
Alex Pawlinski, Communities Building Youth Futures.
Nicole Rancourt, PA Powwow Committee Chairperson or person.
Nicole Mathis, Communities Building Youth Futures.
Cheryl DeForest and Company.
Jennifer Hingley, Sask River School Division.
Niru France, SAS Sport.
Sherry Arsenal, Northern Lights Casino, part of Saskatchewan Indian Gaming Authority.
Charlene Miller, City of Prince Albert.
Dawn Kilmer, City of Prince Albert.
Dawn Robbins, Bernice Science Center, West Flat Citizens Group.
Jody Latondre, Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division.
Heather Tibbs, Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division.
All right, thank you. And that is our Powwow Committee and special guests.
Hi, I'm Richard Henke, General Manager of Northern Lights Casino. I'm happy to be here today on behalf of the staff management at Northern Lights Casino. I'm also happy to be here as an invited guest by Liz and the Powwow Committee. I'd like to thank them first for doing such a great job. It's important that we're here because this is such a great event for our youth. It's a great way to connect youth with our elders and with our culture. And that it's such a great event for the City of Prince Albert because it shows the diversity that lives within the city. And that it's just an event that we're so pleased to be a part of every year. In that, I'd really, like I said before, I'd like to thank Liz and the Powwow Committee for working hard for having this virtual powwow. First of a kind I've ever been involved in for sure, but I think it's just a great way to get out and say, hey, we're still here and we're still strong and our culture is still being shared, even though it's virtually over the internet. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Liz. Have a good day, everybody.
Well, welcome to the Heart of the Youth Powwow. What an exciting day, and welcome to everybody as you join in on this event. My name is Wes Erlinson, and I own the local grocery store here known as Safeway. It's locally owned and operated, and when I moved to Prince Albert 5 years ago, my goal was to participate in community. When the powwow started to look for sponsorship, I jumped in with both feet. What an exciting thing to support the youth and culture within our community. The youth are our future, and there's so much future. There's so much great things that are happening in Canada and Saskatchewan and in Prince Albert. The youth should be excited. So I'm glad that we're embracing culture, our past, understanding our history, and embracing the opportunities of the future through a magnificent event known as the Heart of the Youth Powwow right here in Prince Albert. Have a great day, everyone.
Hello, it is a great honor to bring greetings on behalf of Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division. First, I want to thank all of the work of the community for all the prayers that have gone into this event to make it possible, and to thank our young people and our elders for coming together to support such an amazing event. This event, Heart of the Youth, I think speaks very clearly to what our purpose is in education. And that is ensuring that we help our young people and their families grow into being the people they were intended to be here on this earth. And so with that, as adults, we have a sacred responsibility to come together and support them. And so this event is very symbolic of a community coming together to put their mind, their thoughts, and their physical hands into creating an event where our young people can be honored, where they can be celebrated, and where they can show their leadership. And with that, we're showing that this is what we want for our community. It's creating that safe and sacred place for all of us to come together. With that, I want to thank the drummers and the dancers, and I want to thank all of our students and our staff who are also supporting this event by watching it in their schools and taking the time to think about what it means to be a treaty person on Treaty 6 territory and what it means to live in reconciliation.
Tanse, Jennifer Lenny, Omania, Prince Albert, Ochinia. Hi everybody, my name is Jennifer Lenny, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm part of the Prince Albert Heart of the Youth Powwow Committee. And I also carried in the progress flag for our grand entry. You may have noticed that the Heart of the Youth Powwow this year has removed gender from the dance categories. And part of our journey with that was we wanted to acknowledge the Two-Spirit youth who have reached out asking for safer cultural spaces and safer ceremonies that affirms their gender. After consulting with our elders, having discussions as a committee, and also researching what other powwows have done in removing gendered categories, we decided to change. Part of making the statement that Two-Spirit youth are welcome to dance in whatever category fits their gender identity and aligns with their gender identity, and removing the binary of gender categories and becoming gender affirming is a part of decolonizing culture and ceremony and revitalizing our circles to making them a safe and welcoming space. It's important to note that because we removed the gender categories, people can still dance in the categories that they feel they want to dance in. So, for example, the jingle dance category, instead of saying woman's jingle, it's now just jingle dance. Instead of saying men's fancy, it is now either single bustle or fancy bustle. It's important to have gender affirming spaces as part of revitalizing our circles, as part of acknowledging our Two-Spirit community and our youth. When we just have binary of men and women or girls and boys, it erases that identity and it erases our Two-Spirit community. So our Heart of the Youth Powwow Committee has moved toward a gender affirming and powwow. We also acknowledge that this journey has taken us some time, and that in the past, some of our communications and marketing didn't reflect the language that we're using now. And moving forward, we will be assured that our communications and marketing reflects our values of inclusivity and gender affirming. And we want all Two-Spirit youth to know that you are welcome to our powwow. You're welcome to dance in whatever dance category aligns with your gender identity. You belong here, and you're welcome here. Thank you.
So we'll be starting off on your tribal here. We'll be starting off with our Wahpeton Dakota Senior Princess. And we're going to get Wild Bear to sing an intertribal song. And we are ready. Okay, here we go.
Powwow is a wonderful way to bring people together. As a teacher, I believe students need opportunity to experience Indigenous ways of knowing and being in their learning. So I am excited that we have the Heart of the Youth Community Powwow taking place annually in our community. It creates space for students to feel, know, and believe that they matter, that their culture matters. I believe the youth are the ones who will heal and strengthen our community. Through this virtual experience, the dancers, drummers, and singers get to be our teachers for the day. They are not only teaching us about their culture, but they are bringing us together in such a good way. And what a fantastic way to enhance our community.
Okay, here we go. Jingle dressers. So the jingle dress dance is a dance that originated with the Ojibwe people, and they have jingles that line up and make a certain sound that sounds very mystical.
A little bit about the history of the jingle dress. It came from the Anishinaabe people, the Ojibwe people. It was said that a young girl was sick and she had illness, and her grandfather had a vision. Her grandfather had a dream about this dress, this healing dress. So he woke up and he told his wife right away, and his wife made that jingle dress, and she made that jingle dress and she danced in it, and she was healed. His granddaughter was healed the next day. And we wear 365 cones to represent each day of the year. So the jingle dress is sacred. It's a healing dress. So when you go to powwows and when you hear those jingles, it's healing when you're dancing.
All right, thank you, Wild Bear. So here we go with the side step. Wild Bear.
It is a healing dance. You know, we don't, when we go to these powwows and these celebrations across, you know, Turtle Island, we're healing people and with the dance. You know, like there's some people out there who can't dance. There's some people out there who can't walk. So we dance for them, we pray with it. You know, we try to heal our communities with the dress because they bring like sacredness, it brings healing to not only like the people around you but yourself as well. So we carry that with, you know, great pride and great, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but especially when I dance with the jingle dress, I feel like I'm healing my spirit, like my spirit. So when we had that powwow, I felt really good to dance. I haven't danced in a year because of COVID. It was good, although we had to wear masks. So it was still great. It was a beautiful feeling. Jingle dress dancing means a lot to me. I hope I can dance when I'm really older, when I'm an old lady. It brings healing to me, and
All right, thank you.
Hi there, I'm a committee member with the Heart of the Youth Powwow with CBYF, Communities Building Youth Futures. I've attended the powwow as a youth community member in the past, and last year I joined the planning committee because I was so passionate about this opportunity for our youth in our community. To me, the powwow presents an opportunity for our community to come together and engage with the culture of the Indigenous people of our land. This provides an opportunity for people to build connection, educate themselves, and it's an opportunity for reconciliation. My favorite thing about the powwow is seeing youth be able to express themselves in the dance circle. I look forward to continuing with the planning committee and hope to live up to the legacy that's been built so far.
All right, our next category here we have the One Bustle traditional category. All right, dancers, are you ready? Singers, are you ready? All right.
I dance Teen Boys traditional, and we wear a lot of feathers. And the feathers that we wear, we have responsibilities for them because they're eagle feathers and they're really important to our people. And that's why you see at traditional powwows or any kind of powwow, when someone drops a feather, they'll have an elder come and pick it up for them. And we wear a lot of like not fancy things, I guess I can say, because our dance represents the warrior, and the hunter we provide for our families, and that's why it's Team Boys traditional.
Thank you, Round Playing Juniors. And then we'll get going with your second song, which will be, okay, what is the second song going to be? Kurhak, okay.
We're the protectors, providers. We go out and hunt, and our wives, we bring the food back, and our wives will cut it up and they'll cook it for our family. And we also protected, back in the day, we protected our tribe, you know, our people. We had all of our teepees set up, and we'd be the protectors whenever we have any enemies coming in.
All right, thank you, Round Playing.
My name is Charity Demetric, and I'm a superintendent with the Prince Albert Catholic School Division. I am both honored and humbled to bring greetings on behalf of the school division today. Welcome, and thank you to our special dignitaries, elders, drummers, singers, dancers, and all our participating youth and community members. A special thank you to our organizing committee for the Prince Albert and area virtual Heart of the Youth Community Powwow. It took great creativity and dedication to find a way to bring this virtual powwow to our youth and to our community. We look forward to watching the music and dancing and viewing all the unique art that the youth have made. Heart of the Youth is such a fitting theme for a youth powwow. Our youth are not only what inspires us today, they also hold the keys for the future of our community. Empowering youth is truly strengthening our community. This powwow and the opportunity it presents to learn, explore, and celebrate culture together with our youth is what we strive for both in our schools and our greater community. In closing, it is our sincere wish that you all enjoy today. Let's have fun, learn, and celebrate together.
Okay, so with this, we are doing I think we called it buckskin there, Billy. So with that, we'll go with song number 1 with Wild Bear. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have the buckskin. You'll notice that the drum beat is a lot slower beat, and the regalia is usually either the buckskin or the cloth, and the colors aren't as vibrant as the other categories. And you'll notice that it's either stationary or they are walking around. All right, thank you, thank you. Now, Billy, we are going with the round dance, okay? Wild Bear round dance. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everyone. I am privileged to bring greetings on behalf of Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division. Thank you for being part of the Powwow, Heart of the Youth Powwow this year. First, I want to thank the elders and the organizers for a fantastic effort to bring us together. We know it's been challenging, and they've made the adjustment and the changes to have this powwow for us, despite the conditions that we're faced with. I think that it's important to acknowledge that I'm coming from Treaty 6 territory. We're gathered here in Treaty 6 territory, homeland of the Métis and traditional homelands of the Dene and the Cree and Dakota and Saulteaux people, but also that this is a land that was home to people and vibrant cultures even well before treaty, and so that's important to acknowledge too. This powwow has been challenging to organize because of COVID. But that makes me think of how it compares to the experiences of ancestors before us who had to try and maintain their ceremonies and culture that was actively trying to be taken away from them. They showed resilience and determination and strength to retain those ceremonies and those cultural experiences. And that's a reason to celebrate today. It's also a reason to celebrate to continue to persist to honor that work. So I am so thankful to be part of this. This is part of the efforts that Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division puts into reconciliation, but really it's just a joy to participate. So thank you very much for being part of this, and have a great powwow together.
Okay, Round Plain Juniors, here we go. Okay, for the grass dance, the ribbon or the yarn represent grass, and the smooth moves of the grass dancers usually mimic the grass that's blowing in a prairie wind. Okay, thank you there, Round Plain Juniors. Okay, we're going to take a little break, then we'll go with your second song, which is a crow bell, okay? All right, crow bell.
So Wuzzy is a grass dancer. What we're called as the medicine dancers here. Before all these big celebrations, we had a job with this grass dance society, and before all the celebration began, they called the grass dancers to bless the area where they're going to be having the celebration. And what they would do is all the grass dancers would come over there and dance on and flatten the earth and flatten the grass there. So that's one of the jobs that they had here. We are told by our elders, our family history keepers, this was brought by the Omaha people here. And what this dance represents is the medicine dance, and usually when you see grass dancers, they have some of them wear plumes instead of feathers on their head roach. And the head roach is it's that hat they wear out of porcupine hair and deer tail. So with these ones, they wear ribbons, or else fringe, or else yarn, and so that's how you can tell the difference between them and traditional or traditional dancers, or chicken dancers, or fancy bustle dancers.
All right, thank you. Wuzzy, you got some moves, man. Wow, right on. That's good.
Well, on behalf of the PA Outreach, I would like to welcome everybody to the Heart of the Youth Powwow, May 28th at 10 a.m., a virtual powwow. The importance of the youth powwow is really about the youth coming out and showing their pride in themselves and in their culture, and to not only gain confidence but also self-esteem in how they present themselves. It's really an opportunity to show their pride, show their love of their community, and show their love of their culture in what they're trying to accomplish, and for the families to enjoy their demonstration of their abilities. So may everybody enjoy the virtual powwow and have fun. Thank you.
So we have the fancy shawl. First song, Wild Bear. Here we go. Okay, so the fancy shawl dance, the footwork is a lot more explicit. It's more dynamic than the buckskin or the jingle, and the colors are also so vibrant on the regalia. All right, thank you. Okay, group number 2. Here we go, Wild Bear.
I do fancy shawl. You have this like shawl and it represents a butterfly. It's a faster dance, so you move a lot faster than the other dances.
right, thank you there, Wild Bear.
This powwow gives Indigenous kids like myself an opportunity to reclaim our culture. It makes me feel proud to be First Nation.
How it brings people together, it brings people from, different communities together. It's a chance to just be positive and dance for people who can't.
It brings us together as one, to make us stronger and all that.
Okay, next we have our fancy bustle. Ron Plain Juniors, take it away.
My name is Elijah Wadidika. The type of dance I do is I'm in Teen Boys Fancy. And what we wear is 2 bustles and 2 aprons in the front and just feathers in the top.
Okay, the fancy feather dance is usually done by the younger generation. It is a very stressful dance on the person because it's high energy. The songs are a lot faster, a lot upbeat, and they can also dance to many different styles of songs. All right, thank you. Okay, you ready? Drummers, you ready? Here we go, Ron Plain Juniors. All right, thank you. That's our fancy bustle.
So one of the things that we've been doing since I was a kid is learning a little bit more about this way of life with these helping our elders, and we call that elders helpers, Oskapios teachings. So I'm here to share you a little bit more about what we do here. As you see here, we have a young man that's about to serve our elder here. And like what we said before, we have elders, when they were that age, that's what they were doing before. They were serving. They were servers, they were Oskapios, they were firekeepers, they were cooks, they were doing the manual labor that needed to be done. So I want to say thank you to this young man for accepting that job as looking after the elders with every different tribe, their community. We have helpers that give it themselves that much more. In return, they get that wisdom, they get that blessing. So we're very grateful
to have this young man do what he's about to do here.
Before people start eating, we make what is called a spirit bowl. And every piece, the food that we have before you is in that spirit bowl, and it will go to someplace special, and that's to feed the relatives that are in the spirit world, that are no longer with us, and our family and friends. I already did a prayer on it because I can't do that on video, and so that's the reason why. The prayer was said. Everything that we have in here is in that spirit bowl, and I will make sure that it goes where it needs to.
All righty, are we ready there, Round Plain Juniors? Okay, give us your choice song. Okay, now we're going to turn into the crowd here, and we're going to ask each and every one of you, wherever you're sitting, wherever you're standing, to join us and dance wherever you are. All right, thank you, Round Plain Juniors.
Hi, my name is Paxton Ritzka. I'm a graduated student from Wanska Cultural School, and I've been a drummer for them for about 5 years now, and it taught me a lot about a powwow. I got to see the Heart of the Youth powwow experience right from day one, right from the meetings to where it is today, and I'm very proud to be a member and get to see where it happens and where it goes.
All right, thank you.
You can meet like new friends and your friends that you already had, and just enjoy the time that you have there with the powwow and singing.
I have a lot of friends across Turtle Island, across Canada and the States, so when we see each other, we are reuniting again, and we are, you know, visiting again, we are laughing. Like the whole vibes at a powwow is, it's really good.
Okay, here we go. One and a go. All right, thank you, everybody. Ron Clayton Juniors, Billy, Paul Committee, everybody for their hard work.
So I want to say thank you to each every one of you. I can't say thank you enough for all that you've contributed to this ceremony of life here. We talked about a little bit about the teachings of the pipe ceremony and what they do. We talk about the helpers and what they do. If I can tell you guys anything, is continue learning your way of life, your heritage, and you know, always keep an open mind the best way you can, right? So you can teach your family, your loved ones, your future great-grandchildren, no matter how far that may be. It might be, you know, might be 50, 60, 70 years, might be 30, 40 years, you know, all those relatives that are going to be asking you for advice, asking you for some help, you know. We always say it's up to us to teach our children, right? And that's what we're here to do.
This year's Heart of the Youth Community Powwow is dedicated to the life and legacy of a proud, strong, resilient Indigenous man who devoted his career to serving the youth in our community.
He provided 29 years of service educating and mentoring kids like me. As a teacher, he provided students the opportunity to learn and experience Indigenous culture in the public education. This included the powwow.
We are deeply saddened to say that the remarkable educator passed away during the filming of this year's Heart of the Youth Powwow. out of respect of Cree protocols, we will not be showing him dancing or speak his name for a full year.
Although he no longer dances beside us, we believe that somewhere in the cosmos, he continues dancing in spirit for all of us. And so today, we want to honor him in a good way.
He also not only taught youth, but he taught educators who were teaching youth and dealing with youth. And the loss is far and wide, and we'd like to tribute this year's powwow to the honor of this man, continue with his teachings, and next year we will be showing the grand entry that was filmed this year because the year will have passed, and we look forward to sharing that with you and his contribution not only to this powwow but to cultural powwows and education all over the place wherever he went. Hi, hi.
Thank you for participating in this year's Heart of the Youth Community Powwow.
We hope you enjoy this day of celebration and will come out to celebrate at the next powwow. Bye for now.